In this video, I want to talk about why couples therapy destroys relationships and often does more damage than good. And the reason why I say this is because I've had a bunch of guys reach out to me over the years telling me that they've gone to couples therapy and it's actually damaged their relationship. And I got an email from a guy yesterday who said that he was having a problem with his girlfriend and they were talking about going to couples therapy. He'd asked her to go to couples therapy, and he hoped that this was going to fix the problem in the relationship. And I told him, don't be surprised if it doesn't, because couples therapy usually does more damage than good. Now, why is this? If you go to couples therapy as a man, there are two things working against you. The first thing is, if you get a female therapist, or indeed a male therapist who is just taking sides with your girlfriend, they're taking sides with the woman, either because she's a woman or they feel like they have to support women and that men are evil because of the way our culture is at the moment in the West, then automatically you're up against not just your girlfriend or your wife, but the therapist as well. And they'll construe everything you do as bad. I remember a friend of mine told me that they thought they had problems until they went to therapy, and then they met the therapist and they realized they didn't have any problems at all because the therapist was so messed up. So that's one problem that you have to face, but that's not the main problem. Sometimes you'll get good therapists who can really help you and really be impartial and supportive, but that's not enough. That in itself is a problem too. The main problem when you go to couples therapy is that it forces you to talk about the relationship. It forces you to be relationship focused. It forces you to talk about things that your girlfriend or your wife doesn't want to talk about. And it makes you look weak. It makes you look needy. It makes you look relationship focused instead of saying, hey, look, I care about you, or I love you, and I'm willing to let you go because if that's what you want, you're free. I'm willing to support you in a way where you can be free, and I'm not going to try to force you to be with me if you don't want to be with me. Instead, couples therapy is about how can I cling on to this person if they're not happy, and how can I force them to be with me if they don't want to be with me. And then you end up talking about the relationship and the problems in the relationship, and that never works with women because women aren't interested in hearing what you have to say and listening to you talk. Women want to see masculine behavior. That's what turns them on. That's what makes them feel safe. Now, if you want to know more about building attraction the right way, I highly recommend you get a copy of my book, Atomic Attraction. You can pick up your copy today by clicking the link below. It's based on over 120 scientific studies and 40 real-life case studies. And don't forget, I do phone and email consultations. You can book a consultation with me on my website, develofattraction.com.